Hello, 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 and welcome to Nana's Crochet Ideas. I am your host, Teri, and today I'm here to share some hats that I have been working on and things for warm-up month because there's a lot, and I thought I would kind of split it up into a couple of videos. So, the first thing I have is I was making hats and talking to someone who got a new puppy, and she said, hey, why don't you just put a handle on one of those hats and make me a thing to carry my puppy in? You know, like a puppy bag or whatever that you wear across your body. So I actually decided not to use one of my hats, but she said she thought it would fit for warm up because it's going to keep the puppy warm. And I put an insert on the inside. It is not a circle. It is not exactly a rectangle, but it is kind of wider, longer than it is wide. But anyway, so I did that in this colorway. I forget what color it is. It's a Premier, I want to say Aurora, I think. It might be a discontinued yarn. So that's one project I did. Then I did one. Now this, I am going to start. So most of what I'm making this month is going for kids. Most, but not all. There are some bigger adult sizes in it. But I also am going to start making things for, in January, I'm going to an event, hopefully, fingers crossed, for people who live in their vehicles, whether it's an RV, a van, or a car. And there are, believe it or not, a lot of people who live in their car and they get cold. And one thing that helps keep them warm is to wear a hat. So far, I've made this hat, which is pretty basic. And then I made this cowl to go along with it. It is my own design. I wanted something a little different, and so that one is for them, and so is this hat, which you really cannot see the detail because the color, but I'm going to be making a scarf to go along with this hat. So that is going, these two sets is the beginning for my January event. Now, if any of you want to make hats and or something else and send it to me for me to take with me when I go, for the people who live in their vehicles, then you can do that. I will leave my address in the description box down below. So now for the monthly Warm Up America challenge, which I'm thinking that, there's a lot of hats here, that these hats will be maybe going to Healthy Start, the schools here in my local area. I really don't want to mail it out, but I haven't made that final decision yet. So we have this hat here, which I believe is a bag-a-day pattern. And then we have a knit hat here that I did on the Addy, or really the Centro, which did not travel well, so it's broke down right now, in repair. Then I made this hat. It's kind of a basic hat. I used 2 strands of yarn to give it a kind of a different texture and a different look. And then here's this pattern, which I think is pretty close to the bag-a-day pattern again. This is just a basic black hat with black glitter yarn on the end for the brim. I made this hat, again, 2 strands of yarn. I like the, and then this one, It's a little different pattern, a little different stitches, but you can't really see it with the type of yarn because of the way I did it, so I apologize. This is another, Centro knit hat. And then I did this hat with a bulky yarn, which I really like. Nobody's pattern, I just made it up as I went along. We have another knit hat here. I made this hat with some scraps from my 49er blanket. Again, using 2 strands of yarn. Another knit hat, which of course are reversible. Another knit hat. Another knit hat. Unfortunately, my Centro got a lot of dirt and vibration in it as it traveled, and I did use it, and I needed to clean it, but I have a tendency when I go to clean my knitting machine that I lose the little screws, and so I'm missing a couple of screws. I stripped a screw. My daughter finally got it out for me. Obviously, we can't put it back in, and I cannot find the screws anywhere. So, if any of you have one of those and you know where to get the screws, please let me know. I've spent like 2 hours at the hardware store trying all the different screws, and they either were too big or the head was too big, especially for the ones that go up into the bottom. So, I don't know. I am working on some hats that I am doing for a test for someone that are kids' sizes. I cannot show them yet, so there are more hats going to be coming, but I thought I would get a little bit of a head start and start with that now. So let's do a blessing. So this one is from 2 Corinthians 9:8. God will generously provide all you need. I'm so glad He provides all that's needed because I can't always do it on my own. The other side says God's blessings are as wide and as deep as the ocean. So there you have it. May God bless you all today and every day. Have a wonderful few days, and I'll see you again soon. All right, thank you. Bye.